So I have a stress headache that gets you up. But other than that, I guess we'll just move on and hope for the best. Stand to the pledge, please.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I will do away with the introductions. If you don't know who we are by now, then that's on you. Dave, audit committee?
We reviewed the bills and found them sufficient to be paid, so I'd like to make a motion. Well, I don't.
Public comment? Okay.
Pat Wayne, 6 Rolls Road. Members of the town board and fellow members of the community, thank you for attending tonight. And out of respect for everyone's time, I will limit myself to one simple question to each of you. Supervisor Russell's not here. Councilpersons Parisi, Butler, Rollover, and Haas. Who among the town board members is responsible for requesting the town board attorney, Ian Silverman, to review and judge the merits of my request for interpretation to the Zoning Board of Appeals, and then dispatch him to the Poestenkill ZBA meeting on June 24th, 2025, to usurp the authority of that board and then direct them to single me out as a special case, thereby to deny the due process that is afforded to me by the federal and state constitutions.
Seeing as how I just got it in my box tonight, I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually learned about it that day, and everything was already decided that Tuesday.
So that's a no, Frank.
No, I
No.
don't.
June, no? Eric?
The question being, who gave him authority, is that the question?
Who? Yes, well, who dispatched him? Who asked him to review my application and dispatched him to that
Yeah, I
ZBA
don't
meeting?
know the answer to that.
I'm innocent.
Innocent?
Yes.
Okay.
Was Lawrence out that day?
Marshall's out, had surgery.
So you guys have the authority to do that, and you did not give that to Ian. That's correct?
I don't know if I
I
have the
know
authority.
nothing about that authority.
Okay.
So.
All right. I'm bringing up this question at this time because due to the town board attorney Silverman's actions in the words at the ZBA meeting on June 24th, 2025, the town board collectively has a serious problem facing them. Town board attorney Silverman has compromised the independence of the ZBA, guaranteeing that I have no right to a fair hearing in the matter of interpretation that I have brought before the ZBA. I find this an unacceptable situation in this town, and I'm here tonight to make that a matter of record. Thank you.
Anybody else? Public comment? Okay. Town clerk minutes?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the June 12th town clerk minutes.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Liaison reports, planning board? Okay. How about,
Check on
well, I can read from.
Summarize the minutes.
Right, they have public, this goes back to, the agenda for, June 3rd. There was a public hearing for Frank Hunter and Alpha, for minor subdivision, and Dominic Testo submitted a minor subdivision application to split his lot into 3 lots. And there was further discussion, about the private drive and state fire code as it pertains to, our upcoming code revisions. How about zoning board?
Did they have a meeting?
Yeah. Ellie?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I just
Clearly.
gave the summary.
And there was a discussion on the revision of the fence code for, as it's going to pertain to, the town code. about fire.
Evening. Calls for the month of June, we had 32 runs. 27 of them were emergency medical service related, one motor vehicle accident, one power line down, fire alarm activation, one vehicle fire, one dispatched and canceled en route. Calls to date, we have 181 calls to date, with 130 of them being emergency medical service related. As we know, the town of Sand Lake Ambulance, Sand Lake Ambulance has begun service in the town as of July 1st. Things have been so far running very, very smoothly with very good response times. We're in the process now. Steps are beginning to replace our unit. That's engine company that is up on the East Station, up in the mountain. We're looking at various options of replacing that unit. That unit is almost 25 years old at this point in time. So we're looking at exploring all different avenues of what we can do to replace that unit. Brand new units are, off the factory floor, are extremely expensive. Some of them approaching almost $1 million. So what we're doing now is we're trying to explore other avenues to lower that cost down, but still providing, doing a nice replacement unit that's suitable for up in that station. As always, we're looking for new members. We really want people to get actively involved in the community. I'd like to see members join the department. The doors open every Monday night. One of the things also I have to go talk about is there have been an increase in incidents in construction zones. There's a tremendous amount of highway construction that's going on in amongst the county and amongst the town. Right, if we can see what's going on in the Route 66 corridor, Blue Factory Road, there is construction all over the place. All right, we have to be patient. We have to be, plan accordingly, knowing that these zones are these construction zones are in place. Seek alternate routes if you can. We've already had tragic events that have happened in this county with one New York State DOT worker. Chief Robert Bourne from Hoosick Falls was killed on Route 7 when he was struck by a motorist while he was working at a work zone. Right. Shortly after that, there was another DOT worker. There was another construction worker, highway construction worker, that was struck out in the county as well. The near misses are almost a daily occurrence that are going on in these construction zones. So I implore people, slow down, pay attention, right? Plan accordingly, right? Let's watch what the flaggers are doing. They're out there for safety, right? And they're trying to do the safety for all their workers to try to get these roads in decent condition. Give them a break, right? Find an alternate route if you have to. No alternate routes, and be patient. Also, with increasing weather that we've been having going on, we've seen across the country with the increasing weather events, right? Please pay attention if counties are issuing warnings concerning inclement weather. Flash flooding warnings, take them seriously. Pay attention, right? Know what's going on. We have water that flows right straight through the middle of town. We are not immune to this, right? A big weather event, we've already had big weather events that have happened within this town and have done all kinds of destruction, especially up in the mountain, our adjoining villages, and in our village itself. So please be vigilant, please be aware, and take notice when we start having these big weather events. They seem to be more and more common. These 1,000-year floods that have been happening across the country, we've had like 8 of them, right? So they're on the rise. So be wary, take notice, don't drive through standing water, right? Most of the time you're not going to make it through it, and we have to get involved. If it's moving, definitely don't drive through it. Right? So please, when warnings are given out, please take heed to those warnings. Thank you.
Library?
Susan Patnon, trustee of Poestenkill Library. This is information for June of 2025. Our physical circulation was 1,378. Digital circulation was 889, programming was 230, and total visits were 803. Our programming highlights included 8 attendees who joined Ms. Phil for a STEM night program launching balloon rockets on June 25th. And for teens and adults, on July 18th, the Rensselaer County Conservation Alliance, that's got to be a typo, I just realized, because July 18th didn't happen, probably June 18th, joined us for a presentation on the bats of New York, and then guided attendees through building their own bat houses. 25 people attended, including both teens and adults. And then 98 people joined us for the summer reading kickoff, which was a festival on June 28th. It was a beautiful, sunshiny Saturday, and it was full of messy art and creativity. Our coming attractions include on July 12th, this Saturday from 11 to 12, Tech Support Clinic with Town Techs. On Wednesday, July 16th, there's a program on Menopause 101 with Upper Hudson Planned Parenthood. Thursday, July 17th, is Let's Dish. It's tea mixology with the Short and Stout Tea Company. And on Friday, July 25th, is Story Time with Southpaw from the Tri-City Valley Cats. And there may be other programming as well. Please look at our online calendar on our website for that. A couple of additional announcements. The summer reading program that I mentioned before will run through August 30th. It's open to all ages with fun and prize opportunities for everyone. The theme this year is Color Your World, Color Our World, and we'll have art-themed programs and activities all summer long. And it's not too late to sign up for it. Anybody interested can go sign up at the library. And then the Friends of the Library monthly raffle this month is a Valley Cats baseball package, which includes 4 tickets to an upcoming game, ball caps, bobbleheads, and more. Tickets are $2 each or 3 for $5. And the drawing will be held on July 25th during that story time with Southpaw. Any questions? Thank you.
We have a report from Kara for youth. Camp is just right around the corner, scheduled to start Monday, July 7th. Been setting up and getting our spaces ready. Did encounter an issue this week with registration and scholarships. Town of Sand Lake awarded too many scholarships without knowing how many Poestenkill awarded prior, so we were over. Thankfully, the Poestenkill Business Association helped close the gap and donated $2,000 to these families for camp. Thank you to PBA, Tom, and Sue for your help. CAC?
Craig Conrad, Conservation Advisory Council, good evening, Deputy Supervisor Butler, and town board members. We did not meet this month. If you remember last month, I asked, and the board did not object to me reaching out to the town of Nassau to talk about open space. We have reached out. Their committee, the Natural Resources Committee, is inactive at the moment, and I was directed to Supervisor Fleming, and he has graciously offered his time, which we're trying to set up that meeting probably within the next 2 weeks. So some of the folks from CAC will be meeting with Supervisor Fleming and discussing what they're doing as far as open space, and then to bring it back and report on that to the town. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so moving on to the discussion items. We have discussion on exceeding the 2% property tax cap and scheduling a public hearing. I know Dave and Eric both have some information that they wanted to share.
Okay. New York State considers it completely legitimate if we're adding emergency services like an ambulance service that we violate the tax cap. However, in order to do that, they say that we can do that without consequence if we pass a resolution before our budget process starts, stating that we are possibly going to violate the tax cap. And I think we should have this resolution possibly at our next meeting and start. And I don't think we need a public hearing for that resolution.
We do, because it's going to be a local law.
Okay, it will be local law.
Yes.
All right, so I think we should start it so we can vote on it or whatever, get going on next meeting. It doesn't mean that we are going to violate the tax cap. It just means that if we do, there will be no issues with the state for doing so. But adding $260,000 to our budget is going to be tough to keep that within the 2%. But I think we should try.
And we have to have a public hearing
Correct.
for the vote.
Yeah, we can do that all the same night.
We do it August 14th.
14th, yeah, we can do it 6:45 or 6:30 before the meeting, and the regular meeting at 7 o'clock.
Sounds like a plan.
So we're scheduling a hearing to that local law that says, making an announcement that we may exceed the time.
Now, do we have to specify how much we're going to exceed it? No.
No, just that it may be exceeded, and you're accurate in saying it's not, doesn't obligate us to exceed it, but it allows us to if necessary.
Okay, good.
So we're gonna schedule that public hearing on August 14th.
Yes.
And then just the one thing that I saw recently is that a bill passed the Senate and the Assembly in New York State that would basically make it null and void if you were adding or improving your ambulance service, that wouldn't go against your tax cap, right? So the civic law for this to say if you're improving your ambulance service in municipality, it does not go to your tax cap. So it was passed and it's sitting on the governor's desk. It has bipartisan support, but the bill has a timeline on it, whether or not the governor signs it or not. So right now,
So if they sign it,
if he
and
signs
we
it,
do
we
it,
wouldn't have to do our thing.
but if we do it anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Okay.
So there
We
seems to
should
be
probably
some-
do it anyway.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay, moving on to the comprehensive plan. I know that we had gotten one I didn't know that was like the final draft, but maybe Greg can shed some light on that.
Actually, I wish I could.
Okay.
All I know is, from the last public event that we had up in East Poestenkill, the next step was going to be to deliver to the town board. And I do not know what has happened since that time. I think it was scheduled to be in front of you, but
Because we did get a copy, but nothing said like final. So I'm
Yeah, I
not
mean-
sure where that's at.
Yeah.
those hearings were designed to gather feedback,
Right.
and as you probably know, because the timing, the way the start time for East Poestenkill was off, so nobody was there. And very few people showed up at the firehouse, but there was some information taken in. And again, this is just assuming that the consultant took that information, and if it was deemed worthy, made an edit to it, to the final document. But I don't think I know Jeff's here too. Have we seen
Well, the
the version?
draft that you received is the draft final, and we require, the state requires the public hearing on that. And once the public has its chance to comment on the final version, that draft will be taken off if there are any more input from the public. So that's a draft final. That's basically what we've got for our final.
Okay. All right, so I'll follow up with Tom then and see about public hearing. Next up is a discussion of pursuing alternate accounting firms. I know Frank had
Yeah,
done some work on this.
Contacted an accounting firm to help us do the reconciliations from January 24 to current. And they, obviously they have time in the summer, they have a municipal group to do it, and they're willing to do that. So I just think we can wait any longer on that. And what I need is, and I don't know how to get this on my dossier, permission to have Katie allow them to look at our access to our QuickBooks so they can come up with an estimate of how much, I know they can't give us a number, but in my opinion, I want to get an estimate and I also want to get a time frame so that we know when they'll be, say, you've got to finish it by this date because we need it for budgeting. And that would reconcile the books, and it's gonna take Katie a lot to support them on the ground here to do that. And then also, the other thing is the UHY, which, Tom sent me the contract, but there's nothing on here in the contract that says when it should be done. So I think we have to revisit our UHY people who are taking money, but we don't know, we don't have a date. So, because we need to get, this is 22-23, which was reconciled, but this is for the reports. If you go online and you see the Poestenkill, is it stressed cities or stressed municipalities, you'll see Poestenkill doesn't have anything listed because we only have an entry for 21, and there's nothing for 22 and 23, so there's no rating. So we've got to get that done. And that's what I said, I don't know how to make these things happen because we need to give the UHY a deadline, and then I need to have access to the QuickBooks. Is there any official way to do this? Or
Frank, just real quick, so
Yes,
this is
yeah.
the current UHY that agreement or
this is what
that SOP?
that's what I have.
That's what this was, okay, I thought this was something different. So yeah, it's obviously 2024, sorry.
Yeah.
So this is what they're currently working on, is the idea that we should stick with them and try to get them to go forward, or did you reach out to someone else?
No, well, I reached out to Teal Becker.
Right.
Teal Becker, we can't have the same firm do the accounting and the audits. The audits have to be separate, so they need to be two different firms. And my issue with UHY isn't necessarily UHY, it's just that we haven't told them when we want it.
So we need a second company to do the audits.
Or UHY to continue to do the audits.
I'm sorry, they're the ones doing the audits currently.
And I've got Teal Becker, and there's another company, accounting firm out there, but at least want to get that pricing.
Do they have to sign a confidentiality agreement to
We can do
access the
something
books?
with that, yeah, I think that's what you're probably looking for, just to allow them access to it for them to give us a.
Yeah, even a read-only access or
Correct.
something like
Yeah.
that, I assume that would be what you're. Okay, so does that mean that we can do that, like I think if you dig through your email, you'll see a piece of paper, you'll see a PDF
Yes.
that has had to give them access, and then hopefully we, these called me up 2 days ago, I said, we're meeting today, we can then get that moving and hopefully get it ahead of budgets and stuff.
They probably already have a form,
I would
because
say
that's what they do for
Yeah.
a living.
Yeah, they must.
Shouldn't we come up with a list of things in the order of priority by which that we need to get done and when?
Yeah, I
First thing, right, there's a lot to get done, but
yeah.
first things first, second things second.
Right, because like, you look at the budget, it's right around the corner, and the profit and loss statement that we have, like right now through June, is totally,
Well, I don't know if there's another way to go about it because you have to do 24. So we have to do 24 first, so we have good start numbers for 25, which is probably why the P&L is off, because we don't know,
Where
it's
it
not,
started.
it's not started.
but Tom was supposed to get that information from UHY, he was gonna speak with them, right?
When I talked to him a couple days ago, or, it didn't, this is all he sent me. It didn't sound like he had more information than what I described here.
Would it make sense for us to come up with, a rough timeline, like, these are the 5 things we want done in order, right? And send it to UHI and reach out to other companies, because UHI, it's almost like a RFP, and say, this is what we're looking to get done, and can somebody, Because maybe some people aren't thrilled with UHY.
Yeah, I haven't talked to them, I don't know what their status is, like, I have no idea where they are.
Billing us.
Right.
Other than seeing money going out,
Yeah.
I don't really see data coming
Information
in.
coming in.
And when I talked to Tom, I said, when are they gonna be done? He's like, I don't know. So there was no firm date, so I think at a minimum, we didn't have dates. And then the information we need for the budget, whatever that is, but I really feel like we need to get all of our books reconciled up to.
And you feel we should start at 24?
Yeah, the accounting firm.
What's coming forward isn't
We're gonna be really even at risk because we don't have, finished audits. I mean, the books are reconciled, but the finished audits aren't there, but
For what? For
22, 23.
Do we have budget versus actual for 22 and 23?
I thought we did, but I don't, well, yeah, I don't,
But that's what
Because we
you
didn't
want
get
for
the
2024 as
information.
well.
yeah, because we need to know, I mean, are we approaching the tax cap, or are we not approaching it? Have we not taxed enough, have we taxed too much? I have issues with that, so. We
Plus, I, for one, am scared because budget season is, we should be starting that in August. The department heads put their request in September, so, and we don't have a clue.
That's why I really want to get that moving.
I agree. So,
Do we need any magical things here? Okay, so if you can just, it's Vincent, it's in your, I'll agree to email it to you.
So is it, just to be clear, is it like audit 2024? Number one?
No, this is reconciled, right, bringing books up to date with,
Right, so it's reconcile 2024, and then reconcile 2025,
yes,
and then reconcile 2023.
no, 2023 is already reconciled. The audit reports aren't done for
Audit
2022 and 2023, and that would be UHY. And, I was gonna say, yeah. I thought this is going a step further. We figure out where we are, and then if we need to, we could contract them, because we just don't do that many bills in a month. Or maybe we could just contract them to do 10 hours a month, or whatever it might take to keep our QuickBooks up in line and just going forward. Rather than bring on another CPA or something like that. That way, because it's hard to find people, it seems like an added work for, Katie already has a lot of other things that she's trying to keep up with. That small portion of bookkeeping would be done by an outside firm who, as long as we keep our tabs up, they have more than one person to do it, so they have the resources that they'll just get that done, period. Whereas if we're, picking hiring a person or picking a small firm around us, I just think it would take that problem away.
bigger the better.
Yeah.
So Tom, I know, was interviewing a bookkeeper. Did he make a decision?
I don't know the answer to that question. I've not heard either way.
Yeah, I had asked them if he could hold off till we have this discussion tonight.
Oh.
And, but I don't know if he found somebody, but,
So your idea is to not hire an additional town employee and subcontract out that particular part of the job?
yes.
Sounds a good idea to me.
It's not a bad idea because I'm in a position now at work where I'm just going through people. And then you start the training all over again. You have a bigger firm, then if somebody leaves, somebody else picks it up. So I'm on board with that.
But how do we do that without waiting for another month?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we're gonna give them the access tomorrow. We'll get a proposal. I'll email
Email everybody.
keep everybody apprised so we don't waste another month.
Okay. Sounds good.
The question I have is it worth putting it out there for other firms to
Sure.
see what pricing we get?
It is, Tom had said he tried a bunch of firms. I don't know exactly which firms. He said he did Teal Becker, but he said he had no luck with them. But if somebody else has a firm or wants to do that, that's fine.
I talked with ours, Ronzio, and they have one that does municipalities.
So, just at least get two and three, let's move there and do it quickly. Comparison.
So it's reconcile 24, reconcile 25, audit 23, 22. 23.
That's
then
being
22.
done.
Sorry, I'm using the wrong word. Audit report.
They can, the person who does the reconciliation cannot do the audit, so.
So they're doing, UHY is doing the financial audits, so we need more like.
Yeah, so we just have to actually just find out what they're doing and let them know we want it to.
And once 24 is done, then we can have it audited.
Correct.
So I thought I was going on. You just said that. Can you say that again? I got lost. I understand that they're doing the audit. You're saying that there's a difference between someone has to do the reconciliation?
Yeah, you can't,
Right, so then who's gonna do that? I'm not asking you to put this on you.
Steel Becker, let's say.
Or another one, that's what we're talking about, going to another one.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
there's the firm that's gonna do the actual nuts and bolts bookkeeping, and there's just somebody else who's gonna come in and do the audit. So they have to be separate. They can't audit their own work.
Right, no, I get that, I guess, and so I don't wanna ask I'm not trying to ask a silly question, but then, I'd like, what has UHI been doing for us? They haven't been doing anything?
I don't know.
That's
I
it. I just wanna make sure.
didn't get a good answer to that.
Gotcha, thank you.
Yes, that's a good question.
Would it be stepping on Tom's toes for you to just call them?
I wanted to do that. That was the other thing I wanted to talk about. So that's just, I want to just find out where they are. And
Why not?
And that's what I'll do. I will have to talk to Katie tomorrow. I'll let Tom know so he knows.
Right.
So if you can follow up with them and then let me know your list that you're gonna present to Tim Becker, and then I'll forward that to Bonadil.
That sounds good.
The audience
Forward to
couldn't
me.
hear you. You talk too quietly, June.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, forward that to me too, I can send it to somebody, and see if we can get an estimate from them.
Yeah, right now I don't have a list. I just told them where we were, and I'll try to formalize it a little bit better.
Okay, next up is a list of the renewing Poestenkill summer camp counselors. And they are as listed: Mary Harmer, Anna Mitchell, Gianna McCafferty, Benjamin Keens, Molly Cutler, Emily Priest, James Consula, Leah Quackenbush, Zachary Rogers, Kyle Medea, Lily Bovar, Mason Hamlin, Emma Rogers, Roscoe Carroll, Riley Colligan, and Leanna Boomauer. And I think we'll be voting on them in the action items. Okay, then we amend the 2025 town budget to reflect the additional payment of the ambulance service with Sand Lake.
So it's a two-part resolution. The first part is creating a new budget line, which is going to be A4540.4, titled Ambulance Services Contractual Expenses, because that was not part of the 25 budget in the form of Vision Ambulance Service last October. And then the second part is to transfer $136,725 from the town's unexpended balance to the new line A4540.4 Ambulance Services Contractual Expenses.
Is that two separate resolutions or one resolution?
One resolution.
And, I'm sorry.
No, that's
We sent them the check already, right? They're paid.
But, yeah, they've been
Yeah,
paid.
they've been paid. I just want to say, how do we know we have that much money in the fund balance?
We don't.
Well,
Well, we have
we
treasurers.
have treasuries, yes.
I'm
We
being,
all have this report of the T-bills, and there's, according to this, $2.791 million in T-bills. And mostly in 30-day T-bills, which means that they come due pretty much every couple of days.
but,
But some of
But as
that money
far
is
as-
actual budget money.
and
As
some
far
of
as a
it,
line item, we don't.
and some of it could be DJ's,
Chips, chips money.
unfunded, whatever.
The highway bill
Highway.
is segregated here. There's two separate ones.
This is this we're talking,
Yeah, this-
Yes,
and where is this from?
it was in my packet.
Okay, I got one in my packet too, but
And then there's the M&T bank account balances, which are lower than that, but this money, I imagine, I mean, it's coming due every few days. If you look at the-
I'm not arguing the money, I'm arguing we don't know what the fund balance is.
It's probably in the budget.
But we don't know what it is because our books aren't done 2024. Like, we don't know if it's, we might have that much money in the fund balance, or we might have more, or we might have less, or some of it might be part of the highway unexpended. And so I have trouble doing that at this time.
Well, the only thing I know is that when I was responsible for the T-bill purchases, we were able to put away only 3 years ago, over $1 million into a 12-month T-bill, because we didn't need it at all. We had it, and that was part of our savings. And things haven't changed that much since then. So I imagine that we have still, we'd have to get accurate bookkeeping on it.
I'd rather we get the accurate bookkeeping and make it. Yeah.
Before you do what?
But you already paid them.
We already paid it. We committed to
So-
that.
They have the money.
Can't go backwards on that one.
No, I'm not asking. That's why my first statement was we paid them.
Right.
Can we now get our books in order and get everything straight?
Yeah, but we have to do this procedural bookkeeping with this resolution. We have no choice. That's just how it's done.
So let me ask this. I know DJ does his own Excel spreadsheets. Tracy, do you know where you stand with your
For my
line
budget?
item? Yeah.
Yeah, mine was small. Mine was basically truck fuel.
Okay.
That was just about it. Nothing's changed.
I suppose we could just ask the other department heads.
Yeah, but what Frank is saying is that we're going into unallocated, whatever the term is, and that we don't know what the number is, and we know that we've gone into it. Couple months.
Do you know where you're going?
At $300
of July.
I can read that, $300,000
No.
at least twice, not before, at least not for last 3 years, so.
You can't answer that question. No
Well,
department.
no, in the budget, but we didn't actually
And just throw it on
spend.
email.
But we don't know. Right.
If we put this off for a month or two, would that be,
Can't put it off for a month or two because we need the budget started.
it's the reality that we don't have the numbers, so it's,
Well, like we said in another meeting, we're going in blind.
no, but I'm not gonna do it this
Right,
time.
same point, you gotta stop.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it's a start. You can reach out to Teal Becker, I'll reach out to Bonadio, ask them what we're looking for and see, what their timeline is too. Who knows how long it would take,
Yeah, I mean, we should have done this.
a long time.
I personally am pretty confident that there's no issue with the money. I really am.
It's not the money, it's the allocation of it.
It's where it's coming from.
Well, from our savings, from
But whose savings? Is it highway savings? General
No,
fund,
general fund.
water?
general fund.
How do you know?
Because I saw these numbers 3-4 years ago when I was doing all the T-bills.
3 or 4 years ago.
True.
Regarding the department budgets, I don't think any of us know what is in our budget. I mean, we've all asked, but I don't think we know. I know what it's supposed to be, yes,
Right,
but
but we don't have like line items anymore.
absolutely not. Mine's small comparative to the rest, so mine's a little easier to track.
I think we just gotta get our financial house in order before we, make assumptions and things like that. I think we just have to.
Well, if we do vote on this tonight, what's the sense of the other board members? Because I will vote to do it. And you can always vote not to. But if it's gonna lose, then maybe we should table it. If we can, but
I can table you.
I would like to table it, if that's a possibility.
you really think we're gonna know more in a month?
We're gonna know more than we do today.
All right, so if we look
That's
at
a
that.
promise?
That's a very low bar to hit.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask this question, because on the action items, it has budget to, Poestenkill's fiscal year 2025 budget to allocate 136,000 from the unexpended fund balance transferred to ambulance services. So if we have to vote on that because they've already been paid,
I'm saying table that.
I don't know that we can.
If you're in accounting issue, because you have
I think we have to worry about that.
Because we already paid the bill.
Right.
Right, but at least we're not holding up services in the town. That was, so Sam Lake is providing services, they have their money.
Well,
We just need to get our.
is there any
structure in order.
other way you can pay them and add ambulance service as a line item without passing this resolution? No.
It's not a resolution.
Yeah, well, if you knew that we had, let's say, out of the 2024 budget, $136,000 of money that we didn't spend from last budget was reallocated, but taking it from unexpended fund balance isn't right if we don't know what the unexpended fund balance is.
But we have to add that line item.
We
because
do.
we've already paid it.
Yes.
We
That
have-
would be something that's in the budget for 2026.
Agreed. Well, I think we're all in agreement with that, we're just saying that we'll just get our stuff together.
I think your issue is the $136,000, where is it coming from?
Exactly. Do we have $136,000 in our fund balance? I'm-
All right, well, Katie, when you wrote that check, where did it come from?
There was a transfer. I honestly don't recall. Tom does the transfers. And I can find out for you.
Does this make sense? What you said here? Or is that big?
Yeah, because he does have to divide it out for highway. And then the other savings in the fourth quarter, so I know Dave looked at that before too. So I sent you a report on the treasuries at one point.
Well, I mean, there's a $200,000 T-bill coming due on the 8th, July 8th.
Yeah.
Or came due. There's another savings one for $200,000 that comes due on the 15th. So that money will be transferred back into our savings account until somebody buys another T-bill, which he may do.
I mean,
But that's $400,000.
well, a bunch of them are all in
I
July and
know, we're
August.
not running this on a cash basis, are we?
No, but there's still more that will be coming due in August. One that's $509,000. I think the question of do we have money is,
No, it's not the question.
okay.
Just where is it?
We don't know where it's coming from. Like, we don't have an accurate number for our unexpended fund balance. And this resolution is saying,
Take it from the unexpended fund balance.
is that we're to allocate $136,725 from unexpended fund balance to transfer to ambulance services contract. I'm just saying, we don't know if we have $136,000 in our unexpended fund balance for general.
Well, we do. I mean, it's all in T-bills right now.
Yeah, but some of that T-bill money could be actual 2025 budget money that we decided to put into a pot because we weren't using it right now. You guys do that every January, February when the budget's low, you invest more in T-bills.
That's true.
So that 200,000 you're talking about could be our paving line. Right. If you're not tracking it, you have no idea.
No, it's
what's
not the
going on.
highway one. I'm excluding, there's highway ones broken out here.
Well, it could be regular, as DJ
I'm
said,
just making
money for the rest of
I'm
the
not
year.
I
saying it's
understand.
actually the highway money.
I think the thing is, we don't know. And that's just, I think we need to work to get to the point where we know, and then we can fix all these things.
We've been saying this for almost a year.
Well, I called the accounting firm and I'm getting a price because I don't want to go through the budget seasons the way we did last year. And I think this year's worse than last year because we're having 260,000. We need to have real numbers and that's it.
I just think we've already committed to this particular 6-month period for the ambulance service.
We did, and we
have to
paid
just-
them.
And we have to do it.
I think we don't have to do this resolution tonight.
Ian says we have to.
No, he said we could take one.
We have to have the line item for the accounting.
Correct. I'll put a line item in, I'm not gonna fund it until we know where the money's coming from.
But we already paid it.
It doesn't make sense.
And we don't know where some paid it from.
Right, where?
Katie said she'd find out.
Yeah, but.
I think
gotta
you're
be
a
honest.
pessimist.
What's that?
I think you're a
No,
pessimist.
you're missing the point. We don't know. We haven't done a reconciliation since 12/31/23. We have not done a reconciliation. There are entries in our accounts that have holes in them. We don't know where the money is. We cannot say with any surety that in 2024, we budgeted $1 million and spent $1 million. We have no idea. Not to the fidelity that you need to pass an audit. I don't understand what's, it's just, we don't have that done. That needs to get done.
I mean, if you look at this profit and loss through June of 2025, our total tax revenue for the town of Poestenkill is $5,465,000.
I don't think that's correct at all.
Well, no, right,
It's
so-
somewhere closer to 3 million.
but that's what's coming out of QuickBooks.
I agree with Frank. I think I'm okay with making the line item, but, and the bills are even paid, so it's a bit of a moot point anyways. I think it's more of a principle point, which is, we gotta know where the money's coming from. We know where the money's coming from. We can make the line item tonight. They've already been paid. Whether we pass it tonight, next month, or in September, it doesn't really matter. Though we can move the numbers up eventually, but I agree with them,
So can we modify the resolution?
You can amend the resolution to strike the last paragraph
Okay,
and then vote on the resolution as amended.
so take that up in the action item.
That sounds good.
I mean, we really have high confidence we're gonna know in 4 weeks.
No.
Okay.
It's just, we should have done this.
We tried.
I know you have. I know you tried.
Okay, next would be the resolution thanking Betsy for her service to Poestenkill residents since 2018 as assessor and bookkeeper. So we have that as an action item. And then a resolution congratulating Delaney Lumber for 100 years of continuous business operations serving the capital district. And we'll have that as an action item.
You should also add in the discussion item, resolution 23, the surplus that you're going to take it up as an action item. Also, probably should add the discussion item there.
Where am I? What?
Resolution 23, about the list of highway department vehicles and equipment to be set to auction.
Oh, that wasn't in the discussion part.
I told Tom to take it up a discussion item just because to me, it seems like you just brought up Valeni lumber. And in 40 minutes, we're gonna talk about Valeni lumber again when you guys vote on it. So why not just have the discussion why you're gonna take the action on it. I mean, I thought discussion items were things that weren't getting action tonight. You talk about the same thing twice over the same meeting and it just stretches it out. You can talk about it before you vote yes or no.
Yeah, why not?
That was just
You
my.
don't like staying at our meetings?
You're
You're hurting my feelings.
All right.
If you wanna talk about it now, we talk about it now, but I mean, we're gonna talk about it again in a little bit. That's all.
I like it.
You know what I mean?
It's just a list of stuff.
Cleans it up, that's
That's
all.
all.
So,
All right,
Efficiency.
how about National Grid and LED lights? You got a comment?
Yes,
Okay.
I have no idea what we're doing,
I have no idea either.
so I think we should table it and not vote on that tonight, because I have no idea what the quote is.
Yeah, I can see it.
And I don't think we were scheduled to vote on that. I think that was-
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It was just under discussion for the LEDs. Okay, so we decided to schedule a public hearing to exceed the tax cap in August 14th. And then I
That
guess,
doesn't require any kind of vote tonight, does it?
No.
Is there a time for that?
I don't know,
Oh,
6:30, is that-
well,
6:45 probably is, 15 minutes. probably.
Use the DJ stereo, do more.
So 6:45?
I was
6:45.
45.
Like, why are we talking about it and then we'll have to bring it up later? It's like,
Well, actually, could we do it at 7?
Just leave it at that.
Because it could throw everybody off.
Okay.
It's not gonna be that long.
You had the regular meeting to follow me there.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know, a DJ doesn't have to come 15 minutes away. I'm gonna get it, all right.
I don't have any of those resolutions. So, yeah, we all follow through, I'll read it.
so, okay, going back to resolution 20 though, what are we striking?
You're gonna strike the last paragraph, so you'll move to the consider, and then someone will have to make a motion to adopt.
So we'll only go as far as the line item.
I hope you do this.
So,
I'm sorry, I was wrong. There it is.
okay, so resolution 20 of 2025, resolution for the purpose of amending the town of Poestenkill fiscal year 2025 budget and all things generally related thereto. Whereas the town of Poestenkill adopted its operating budget for fiscal year 2025 by the adoption of resolution 29-24, and whereas by this resolution, the town of Poestenkill desires and intends to make certain amendments to the budget. And now therefore be enacted and resolved by the town board of Poestenkill that the town of Poestenkill fiscal year 2025 budget shall be amended by creating a new budget line A4540.4 titled ambulance services contractual expenses. Stop there.
Well, we haven't had a motion to amend yet.
So she has to propose the whole motion, and then we go in the.
Why don't we have a motion to consider and then a motion to amend?
Got it.
Okay. Consider. And then
Second the motion to consider.
I'd like to make a motion to amend, taking out the fourth paragraph.
I'll second.
Now you can have a motion to vote upon the amended resolution.
So moved.
I'll second.
got that, Vince?
I think so. I'm trying. Okay, so
You wanna
can I
call the roll?
just say it? So the motion to consider was June and Dave. The motion to amend is Frank and Dave. And then the motion for the whole thing is Dave and Frank. Does that sound great?
That sounds good.
Okay. Okay, Councilwoman Butler,
Yes.
Councilman Haas,
Yes.
Councilman Burzais,
Yes.
Councilman Waller.
Yes.
The motion passed as amended.
Okay, one here. Betsy.
So this is resolution 21. So resolution 21, 2025, a resolution recognizing Betsy Penho's service to the town of Poestenkill. Whereas in October of 2018, Betsy Pino began her employment with the town of Poestenkill as assistant assessor, and whereas Betsy Pino advanced to hold the title of town assessor, making the assessor's office accessible to town residents and worked diligently to answer questions and resolve problems brought before her, and whereas Betsy Pino, as town bookkeeper, assisted the town of Poestenkill in the budget formulation, handled payroll responsibilities, including employment, retirement information, helped guide the town of Poestenkill through switching payroll service companies, and always offer sound budget accounting advice in a professional manner. And now let it be enacted and resolved that the town board of the town of Poestenkill formally recognizes and honors Betsy Pino for her dedication and professional service, and wishes her the very best in her new work endeavor. And now therefore let it be resolved that the town, that Poestenkill town clerk is hereby directed to present Betsy Pino with a copy of this resolution embossed with the town seal. So moved.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Butler,
Yes.
Councilman Haas,
Yes.
Councilman Brzezs,
Yes.
Councilman Oliver.
Yes.
I can do the resolution. Resolution 22, resolution honoring Valeni Lumber in recognition of its 100th anniversary, providing quality wood products throughout the region and for its contributions to the community. Whereas in 1925, an Italian immigrant, Antonio Valenti, established a sawmill in the mountains of Taborton, New York. For $600, he bought a used tractor, sawmill, carriage, and motor. With a 5-year-old son, Louis, in tow, he and 2 other men began to eke out a living. Using horses, axes, and crosscut saws, they worked in the winter to cut down the logs, and in the summer they turned those logs into lumber. And whereas in 1941 the sawmill burned to the ground. At this time, Antonio decided to build his new mill closer to the location of a woodlot that he owned in East Poestenkill. A piece of property near the Averill Park and Poestenkill town line became the site of L.J. Valeni, Inc. The site included a barn for the horses that they used for logging. And whereas by the early 1950s, Antonio's 2 sons, Louis and Tony, completely ran the lumber business. Whereas as time went on, 2 of Louis's sons, Anthony and Steve, began to work. Steve, also sawdust, correct?
Correct.
Began to work in the lumber yard and later took over the mill. In the 1970s, the 4 Valenis worked side by side to keep the business growing. Up until 2005, Louis still sawed every day. Both he and Tony have since passed away. Anthony and Steve are still running the business, and their sons are taking their place as the 4th generation. Now therefore be it enacted and resolved that the town board of Poestenkill formally recognizes and honors Valeni Lumber on its 100th anniversary, serving Poestenkill and the entire capital region. Now therefore be it further resolved that the Poestenkill town clerk is hereby directed to present to Valeni Lumber a copy of this resolution embossed with the town seal. So moved.
Second.
Councilwoman Butler,
Yes.
Councilman Haas,
Yes.
Councilman Brzezs,
Yes.
Councilman Oliver.
Yes.
I didn't know that story. It's a great story.
Okay, now, I gotta go back for a minute, because at some point in time, I know the agenda's changed, but there was something about the lights for the monument.
It was.
Yes, we don't need to take action on that because that was money that was raised
For
for volunteers, so it's not town money being expended to the town board, that's not have to take action.
Okay, but there was 3 quotes, and we're gonna accept the low bidder.
Correct. But it's not town money that's being expended, so
No,
this is not
it's the
town
ARPA.
board action.
Okay, all right. Because I know that was in there at one point. All right. So be it. 23?
Sure. A resolution declaring certain property to be surplus property, whereas the town of Poestenkill is the owner of certain personal property, and whereas the town board, the town of Poestenkill, has determined the following property is no longer needed for town purposes, and that it is in the best interest of the town to list the property for sale via auction. 2012 Dodge Ram VIN 3C6LD5AT3CG299501, a 2002 stainless steel sander, 1992 Case IH mowing tractor, VAMJJ1016465, 1995 double 12,000 gallon fuel tank, surplus pile of red oak logs. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Poestenkill does hereby declare the property to be surplus property, and now therefore be it further resolved that the town board does authorize and direct highway superintendent to list the property for auction.
I'll second it.
Councilwoman Butler?
Yes.
Councilman Haas?
Yes.
Councilman Burzay?
Yes.
Councilman Oliver?
Yes.
Okay. Let's skip the supervisor's report and go to the town attorney.
Sure. Continue to work closely with the town supervisor on a daily basis on all legal matters regarding the town. And there'll be a few specific matters that we'll address in the executive session.
Are we gonna?
The counselors?
Counselors.
June?
Huh?
The counselors?
Did I miss the counselors?
You missed the counselors.
Oh, yeah, I missed the counselors. Okay. Accepting the 2016 Poestenkill Counselors 2025 for Poestenkill-Sand Lake Summer Camp Program.
I move that we accept the counselors. Do we have to have a formal resolution?
We did it.
I'll second.
Okay, so we got Dave.
Sorry.
So just real quick, so
Yes.
it was mentioned that there was a mistake on, Sand Lake gave too many scholarships away, and that PBA chipped in to pay for that.
Yes.
Did it put, must have put a little bit of strain on Kara, probably not expecting to see extra people show up. Is that what happened? I mean, I was just wondering.
It was more like the scholarships had been issued. They over-issued the amount of scholarships. And so PBA kicked in the $2,000 that was needed so all those kids could go.
So, yeah, they knew the number was right, it just wasn't who was paying for it. That's very nice.
Do we have an all motion for?
We just need a motion. We did make a motion in a second. We just need to vote.
All in favor?
You got through it.
I did.
Okay, now we can.
Oh, okay, sorry.
The town clerk's report.
For the month of June 2025, the town clerk took in $18,023.62. Of that amount, $17,698.80 was turned over to the supervisor.
I move that we accept the report.
1 second. All in favor?
Aye.
The assessor's report. Review changes and corrections were added to the 2025 final assessment roll. It's now available in the assessor's and town clerk's offices. An electronic version of the final roll is also available on the town website. Part of legal notice regarding the final assessment was published in the Treasurer.
One thing I noticed on that is said that there's only like 2 or 3 properties more in 2025 than there were in 2024.
It seemed like there was more buildings going up.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at the hill.
Yeah, no. But, okay.
Tracy?
Our report's in, I have nothing to add.
Okay. Dog control. Dogs running at large, there were 7 with 2 tickets issued, barking dogs, 21, with a walk, 2, 3 deer calls, newborn ones referred to in. DJ,
Not anything else to add this month other than the report.
and how about Jason? Did he get all straightened out with his wages?
Not following what you're asking.
There was a problem with his wage.
His raise.
Do we have to discuss payroll and personnel things during a public meeting? What we're-
We can do that in executive session if you want.
No, I don't.
No,
know the issue.
personnel issues shouldn't be discussed in the public meeting.
I didn't know there was an issue, that's why I'm asking.
I don't have the third page, so.
Payment of bills.
Those, but,
It's the first time I've ever been asked a payroll question during a live meeting. I don't, it's just bad.
I move that we pay the general bills of $34,514, of which $2,265 is ARPA funds. Second.
all in favor?
Second.
Second, or second? All in favor?
Aye.
I'm a no.
I move that we pay the highway bills of $34,167.46, $1,421.29 is ARPA.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm a no.
I move that we pay the water bills of $117,020.90.
One second. All in favor?
Aye.
I'm a no.
Okay, back to public comment. Anybody else? Go ahead.
I would like to suggest that you get yourselves a wireless microphone system, because with this air conditioner, and you folks do not speak up, I can't hear you in the third row, I can't hear you when I watch you on TV. So it would be nice if you could get some sort of amplification so that the public can hear what you're saying.
Well, Mike
I
was
mean,
working on
I've heard
that.
other people ask me to speak up.
I haven't been able to hear half of what you said. It's impossible to hear
It's
it.
kind of like in the old Linus cartoons where the dog heard the parents and it was.
The teacher's talking.
Wah, 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 wah,
I could
wah.
hear that if it was happening.
Okay.
Honestly, because you point that way when you speak. June has a very low voice
Right.
and we just can't hear you. And
I could
as
bring my
he's saying,
boombox in.
online, the streaming version,
Not at all.
no.
Yeah, a couple of wireless mics would probably be good.
I have
I'm
a
sorry,
wire-
what'd you say?
I'm sorry. Very good.
I can bring in the system I bring into the, meet the candidates night.
I thought you had
We
some,
could try it.
wasn't Mike where you guys, yeah.
He did give us quotes.
I have wireless mics and a boombox. We can bring it in, we can try it and see how it works.
Ian, do you know where is the open meetings law that I assume the open meetings law they amended because of COVID is going back to normal.
Yes.
So obviously, New York State does not allow assembly members and state senators to vote remotely.
Correct.
So is that true for all of New York State?
I would believe so, yes. I'd have to look into it. I don't know offhand, but I believe so, yes.
Even if it's true for them, it's probably true for everybody.
I think we talked about that once.
We did.
And I think it was, all the COVID stuff is over. We gotta be here.
June, the topics for the executive session tonight, we've got DJs. What other topics are there that aren't personnel and are not ongoing litigation? Because I honestly don't know what you guys are gonna talk about when I leave here as far as the paperwork I put in the last couple of weeks.
That's why we have executive session.
And you're not gonna talk about it.
Yeah,
About what?
we have to say why we're going. We have to say why we're going.
Well, I have two pending litigation matters that don't involve you,
Okay,
so that's all you need to know.
no, that's
Well,
fine. As
so that's
long
the
as
only
my
thing-
stuff is not gonna be discussed.
It's possible litigation as well, yes, because you've threatened to sue the town.
Possible litigation
Correct.
or ongoing litigation.
It's not ongoing, you haven't sued the town.
It's not ongoing litigation or personnel.
It's potential litigation. as you
I don't
correctly
think the
said.
wording is potential, it's ongoing.
Well, we have a disagreement, then we're gonna go in executive session.
All right,
But on the record, what we're going into the executive session is for legal matters,
Legal matters, correct.
through legal matters.
3 legal matters.
Thank you.
And motion to go into executive session. I'll second.
I'll bear for
Charity of your choice. The charity for the center table. Charity of dying.
Pick your favorite,
Charity of your choice. Okay, I'll do St. Jude's. How about or Poestenkill, Boy Scout? That'll be next one. Okay.
Thank you.
We're trying, man, we're trying.